Welcome to Healthy Connections. I'm your host, Tobias Pugsley, and today we get to talk about a great event coming up soon. It's put on by the Hospice House of the Ozarks, and it's the Road Rally Memorial Walk and Picnic. So when we come back, I'll be talking to Angela, Jackson, and Terry about this event, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Healthy Connections. Today I have some very exciting guests with us. I have Angela, Jackson, and Terry, and they are talking today with us about the Hospice of the Ozarks event coming up. It's called the Road Rally Memorial Walk and Picnic. Angela, can you tell us a little bit about the Hospice House?
Absolutely. So Hospice of the Ozarks is a not-for-profit hospice. We are a subsidiary of Baxter Regional Medical Center, and we've been around since 1979.
1979.
1979,
wow.
Yes. And Hospice of the Ozarks is, a lot of people think of us as just the hospice house, but actually we are so much more. We have a home program as well, and I would say about 90% of our patients are in their home or the place that they call home.
Really?
So we only have a small percentage of our patients that are actually in the hospice house. And at the hospice house, we do have 3 levels of care there. We have our inpatient, we have some respite, and then we also have residential care. Like I said, Hospice of the Ozarks is the only not-for-profit hospice, and we serve Baxter and Marion counties. No one is ever denied care, regardless of their ability to pay. We also offer bereavement services to our community. So even if you haven't had a death or a loss on hospice, if you've had a tragic loss, a car accident, whatever the case may be, you may take advantage of our bereavement services, and they are free of charge and open to the community. We offer them a couple of days a week at different times, some in the afternoon and then in the evening as well for those working folks. We offer a lot of different programs there. We have a great volunteer program, which we're always in need of volunteers. And it's not just working with patients. We have administrative volunteers, some that play music, that bring in some pets. We need hospitality at our hospice house. So there is a huge range of projects and things for our volunteers to do. And we actually have a volunteer training coming up on February 25th from 10 to 2. So if anybody is interested in volunteering, we would love to have it.
Can they sign up for that?
Up until the day of.
Okay.
So absolutely. Just give Lori Stanton a call at the hospice house, and the number is 508-1771.
Okay. Is there any kind of minimum commitments as far as, let's say I only got a couple hours a week to give?
Not at all.
All the way to if I have a couple days a week to give?
Right. No, there is no minimum commitment. We have volunteers that only help maybe once a year with events, and then we have some that are on a regular schedule every day. So we take whatever you're willing to give.
Well, it sounds like the Hospice of the Ozarks is a great resource for our community.
It absolutely is. It's a wonderful service for anyone that needs help there at the end of life. So hospice is for anyone that has a terminal diagnosis, that if a disease ran its natural course, it would be a life expectancy of 6 months or less. Anyone can make a referral. If you know someone that might benefit from hospice, just give us a call and we can get that ball rolling. So we can get you in touch with our nurse who can do an assessment. We can get you in, and then we can get the doctors involved to make sure, because we do have to have a doctor attest to that. And then once they're on service, all things related to that disease are covered. So any medications you need, any kind of hospital equipment, sometimes people need like a special therapy, a speech or physical therapy, all that is included in your hospice benefit.
Wow.
So it's a blessing. Hospice of the Ozarks was there for me and my family 10 years ago, and which actually led me into my hospice career. I was just so impressed, and how they not only cared for my father-in-law and my grandmother, but they took care of us as well. So we're not there just for the patient, but for the family as well.
Wow, that's a time in your life where you're probably very confused and you don't know as a family member where to turn or what to do. I mean, what a great resource that you guys are there to help kind of guide that
Yes. And what we hear more than anything else is, I wish I would have done this sooner. So many people think that hospice is just for those last few days, and it is not. We encourage people, if you think that hospice could benefit you, just make the phone call and ask. And we can come and, like I said, do an assessment to see if you would qualify. Don't wait until the last minute. Get in there earlier rather than later so you can get that full hospice benefit.
And you said that it's there for them pretty much regardless if they're able to pay. So you must have funding coming from different places.
We do. Our funding comes from Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance. But however, it is just a per diem per day, which does not cover. I mean, if you know the cost of medication and equipment, when you start adding that in, and everyone has access to our physician, our medical director, a nurse, a social worker, volunteers. We have a spiritual care person. The cost is very, very high, and we do fall short. So we rely a lot on donations, memorial givings, planned estate giving, and also our fundraisers.
And you have a fundraiser coming up?
And we have a fundraiser coming up, which is what we were wanting to talk about. Yeah. For the past few years, we've done Stetsons and Stilettos, which is a more formal gala held at Stone Creek Ranch. And this year, we are changing things up. We're actually going to try 2 events this year.
Oh, wow.
We have one that's coming up in May, which we'd like to talk about today. And it's more of your family-friendly event and fun for the whole family. And then we'll have more of the formal dinner in November.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So tell us about the event coming up in May.
Well, Terry here, she's one of our volunteers that comes in once a year and helps with our fundraising. And it is a historic road rally and memory walk. And so Terry can tell you a little bit more about the road rally part.
Well, I had this kind of thought middle of one night when Pokemon was the big deal, and I thought, gee, we should tap into Pokemon and make some money doing that. And then spoke with Angela and Greg, and we decided the liability maybe wasn't something we really wanted to take on. And I lived in England and for a number of years, and they always do road rallies there, which is more of it's a race, but there's clues involved, and you had to find your way, and it's timed, etc. Well, we didn't want to make it quite that difficult, so we're giving the directions, and we'll be stopping at, I think, 10 stops. We haven't quite figured that out yet. Well, we have, but we haven't. And our script was written by Vince Anderson. It's a historical one, and he wrote the script for about 10 or 12 different places between here, Midway, Gassville, Lakeview, Bull Shoals, Flippin, Yellville, Cotter, and then back to Cooper Park.
So it goes all over Baxter and Marion County.
Yes, we cover Baxter and Marion counties. Hospice covers Baxter and Marion. We just want people to make sure that they get to know a little bit about our area, like, for instance, how Gassville got its name.
I live there and I don't even know the answer.
Well, then
so
you'll have to join that road rally so
That's
you'll
right.
figure it out. There's a little bit, I didn't know there was a jail in Flippin.
I didn't either.
Oh, and you grew up in Yellville.
I know.
This is unbelievable. See, there's a lot of people. And the idea was, in the past, like Angela said, we've done sit-down dinners and brought in guest chefs, and we've raised quite a bit of money, and we wanted to take it and turn an event into more of a family event. So our ticket prices for the event are equivalent to what a family of 4 would pay to go to the movies. So it's for family of 4 for $60 can have lunch. They can participate in the road rally. They can come back and listen to some music at Cooper Park and just have a wonderful family day and at the same time learn something. And along this way, because of the Pokemon I knew was way out of my realm of any kind of technology, I had given a presentation to the East Initiative last year for another entity that I volunteer for. And I thought, let's go to the East Initiative. They have 3D printing, they have 3D videographing, and so we've collaborated with the East Initiative. We're also collaborating with the Historical Society. They're going to open up the Casey houses and the Raps-Barron houses if they have their minor, I think they have some things they have to fix over there, so if the repairs get done in time. Wow. And so we've worked with them. Then we're going with the East Initiative, and they've done several things for us. This is Jackson, and he's one of the gurus for the East. We love him dearly, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what East has done so far and what they're continuing to do for us.
Okay, so East has been helping hospice with the road rally, and so far we've come up with the logo for hospice and kind of helped them. They gave us some guidelines, and we figured out a great visual representation for the road rally. And then we've also been working about what you're going to do at the stops. So we have big posters that we're going to print, and you can go up and it's going to have a QR code. So if you're on the road rally and you have a smartphone, make sure you have it like a QR reader, and it'll be the best way to see the visual representation of the location you're at. And for example, the library, we've made a script and we've made a video, and it's going to be on YouTube. So you can just scan the QR code and see the video. And it's going to have pictures of the library, 3D, 360 pictures. We have a new 360 camera. We're going to maybe have some aerial shots of some of the locations that you might not have been able to see before with our drone. So we're using a lot of our technology to get you some interesting things that you might not have seen before at the locations. And we've done the logo, we've done videos. This is just a really great thing for the East Initiative because the East Initiative is about community, helping your community, and this is just one of the best ways to help the community. It's teaching kids from Hackler all the way through high school the value of helping a great organization in your community. And I think at the end of the day, everybody in the project can feel good about themselves for helping such a great organization.
That's incredible. So you're kind of bridging some of the old, the historical piece, and some of the new with some of these new technologies. What a great partnership with the schools.
Well, there's another thing that East is doing for us. We have a literary contest at Pinkston, and they're writing poems on our tagline there, which is the journey of our past, and then we're going to intersperse their poetry and parts of their poems along with our memory walk.
Wow. So it's not just the high school, it's all levels.
Oh, it's all
Yes.
levels.
Wow.
Yeah, we've been working with Miss Becca Martin and Miss Jackie from the high school.
Yes, we're working with all 4 programs
All
in
four
the
programs.
districts. Yes.
Wow, so children of all ages.
Yes, 3rd through 12th grade.
And everybody kind of has a role or a piece to help promote
Whatever
this.
they choose to do, that's the beauty of it. Whatever they feel comfortable doing, whatever they're really good at, they are bringing that to the table. And I'll tell you, it has been a joy for us to work with them. That's been really inspirational, and it's wonderful to meet young children that are, and young adults, not children anymore, young adults, who have come to help us and really bring more to the table than I even imagined they were able to do. So,
Right. Getting outside of the box. Huh?
oh, way out of the box.
That's incredible. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll find out how you can register for this event. If you're potentially want to be a sponsor for this event, you'll get all that information, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Healthy Connections. We're here today with Hospice of the Ozarks, learning about some great events going on soon. We're talking now about the Road Rally, Memorial Walk, and Picnic. So tell us a little bit more about this event.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about the road rally, and it will end at Cooper Park. And at Cooper Park, we will have a picnic going on. We'll have some music, and then also our memory walk. The memory walk will not be anything that starts at a specific time and ends, excuse me, like a time thing, but it will be open just to kind of go at your leisure from 10 to 3, so it's not really, oh, it begins here,
Right.
and so you don't have to be there at a specific time. And along, it will go through Rapsbarren, and along the way, people before the event can actually purchase what I like to call the political yard signs, and we will have them printed with their loved one's name. And if you would like to come pick it up beforehand and decorate it by adding a photo of your loved one, maybe writing something on it, whatever you would like, and then bringing it back to me, we will have those placed along the memory walk. And that isn't just for people that have lost a loved one on our service. This is open to anyone that has lost a loved one and would like to honor them. So we'll have those available, and along the way we're going to have some dulcimer players. We're looking for bands to play at the picnic, and the picnic will be kind of a barbecue and cobbler kind of thing.
Oh,
so
wow.
it should
Everybody
be
loves
delicious.
barbecue.
I know, right?
Well, some of us don't.
Dylan's our weird vegans. Yeah, it'll be just a fun day for the family, and the rally itself we're hoping to kind of get people to stagger in. So the rally will begin at the library between 8 and 9. So you can come check in between 8 and 9. We're hoping to get everyone pre-registered before. Come do your check-in so you can take off. You've got an hour to get there and to take off on the road rally, and then we're hoping everybody ends at Cooper Park and participates in the memory walk and lunch. So.
And we also have prizes and awards.
Yes,
really?
at every stop that you complete. So when you get the directions to the next stop, whenever you arrive, that's something else the East Initiative are creating, are a passport. So you have a little passport you get at the beginning of the road rally, and when you get to that first stop, they'll stamp it to show that you've gone there. And then, so you're not going to get it stamped until you've completed the whole thing. And then at Cooper Park, you can actually turn it in for a grand prize. But every stop, you can put your ticket in for a prize at each stop. And then we also have like a scavenger hunt. So we'll have some questions. So you might have to go off the beaten path to kind of find it. And that, again, the East Initiative, they're coming up with these questions.
Really?
And that's going to be on your passport. So if you finish the scavenger hunt part, you will go into a grand prize drawing. So we'll have 2 grand prize there at the end.
Wow.
It could be like
Yes.
something like, what did you see in the jail?
That's flip it. Don't be telling them secrets.
We haven't made up the questions yet.
Hey, it's all right. Our
So,
viewers get the inside
yeah.
track. Jackson, how do you guys come up with stuff like that? I mean, I'm assuming you all came up with the ideas for the passport. I mean, that's brilliant.
Yes. Well, the East Initiative itself is just a great opportunity for kids to further their critical thinking skills. There's just so much technology. We have the latest and greatest technology. We have a plotter, we have iMacs, we have MacBooks, we have workstations. There's just so much technology that we have access to. It just lets your mind run wild. You can just think of, really, East lets you think of anything, and then they give you the technology to create it, whether it's through Photoshop or Illustrator, or if you want to create it graphically through like Fruity Loops or anything like that. It's just a great program, and it lets creativity just really run wild, and you can really look and say, wow, I made that at the end. And it's a great program, and you can just really create anything.
It's incredible that you all have those resources up there at the
Yes,
school. And
yes.
really starting to prepare, students for the jobs that are going to be available when you all graduate
Yes,
college.
and they can have access to this technology like as soon as 3rd grade. So
wow.
they can work 3rd through all the way through 12th grade in the East program. So it's just really great. And if you start in 3rd grade, by the time you're in a senior in high school, who knows what you're going to come up with. It's just going to be crazy.
When did you start the program?
I started the program my 9th grade year because that's the first time it was offered at the junior high.
Okay.
Was when I was there, because I missed it at Pinkston. It came in after I had left, and then the junior high got it my 9th grade year.
Excellent. Well, it sounds like you all have done an amazing job helping with the partnership here to help the Hospice of the Ozark create this amazing event. So if I wanted to get registered for this, where do I start? Because I'm going
Okay.
to register. So what do
Yay!
I do?
Well, first you need to like us on Facebook.
Okay.
Hospice of the Ozarks like this, and then there is an event page there.
Okay.
And so we will have the forms, so you can print that off and do that. You can email or give me a call at the office, and we can get you registered. Also on our website, if you go to hospiceoftheozarks.org, on the side, the right-hand side, there's one that says events. News and events. So if you go on there, there's some information about the road rally and also a link to the registration form. So yeah, just give me a call at the office. Again, it's 508-1771, and I can get you hooked up with a registration form.
And it looks like you have T-shirts. You can the sign to decorate for the memory walk. It looks like there's a few different levels on so it looks like there's a bunch of different options here as far as registering.
There are. We wanted, if someone just wants to go through the road rally and, like, oh, we don't really have time for lunch or anything like that, they can do just that. If they want to participate in the lunch or the whole day or just do the memory walk, we wanted them to have options. So whatever it is that they, would best... what am I trying to say here?
Suit
they
their
would enjoy.
needs.
Yeah,
Whatever
suit
suits their
yeah.
needs. Yeah.
So.
And you said you're still kind of looking for bands too. So if there's any
We
bands
are.
out there
Yes.
watching,
And car clubs. We
And car
love car
clubs.
club. In fact, Jackson's
Jackson.
dad is the VW man.
nice.
And so, yeah, he was presenting to his group yesterday about the event. So, yeah, we'd love to see
If they want to
clubs.
participate, they just call
Yep.
you.
And this isn't just for, cars, I mean, buses, motorcycles, anything. I don't know if you could make it on a bike to the lunch to be, if you wanted to. We're encouraging, some of the assisted livings and nursing homes, if they want to load up a van full of their residents, we'd love for them to go through as well. So
for our businesses out there that may be interested in sponsoring an event like this, because you're getting ready to touch a lot of people, I feel like, what do they need to do if they want to be a business sponsor?
I can send them a sponsorship form, and our sponsorships, they start at $500, and you can be a stop sponsor. So we're hitting all the little towns in Baxter and Marion County. So if you want to be a stop sponsor, we'll stop at your business. You can be, for $500, you can be our stop, and we will stop at your place of business.
Other
Make
than
that
the Mountain Home and the Bull Shoals.
They are spoken for.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you're in Flippin or Yellville and you would like for us to make your business a stop, $500, you can be our stop sponsor. And then we're also looking for just a rally sponsor and one for the picnic, and that's $1,000 sponsorship. But we'll have your name all over banners and all over the passports and everything else. And then we're also looking for just an over event sponsor for $3,000.
Wow, those are
But
really
we'll-
affordable.
But we'll take any kind of money. I mean,
absolutely.
$500
We'll just
is
take
our
it.
minimum for a stop sponsor, but we will also take donations below that and still give recognition to folks that are.
And again, all that
participating.
money goes back to being able to
To-
provide some of these services for our
Absolutely.
community. That's incredible. What a partnership. What a great idea. This is brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant.
Thank you.
And I know it sounds like all of you work very hard on it.
Well,
We're super
we have a
excited.
real big community of 2 people.
And we're
Sometimes it takes a village,
This is
right?
so true. And we're looking for volunteers.
Volunteers, oh,
So
that's
if you would like to volunteer for the event, because we are going to have folks at every stop to stamp those passports
Oh,
and,
yeah.
give out some information. We're looking for businesses that perhaps they can't sponsor but would like to donate an item, because we're looking for prizes for each
Prizes,
one.
too.
So we're looking for some prizes, looking for sponsorships, participation. So spread the word.
Well, what a great event. And mark your calendars. Again, it's May 20th. It looks like it goes, check-ins at 8, and it looks like it's from 11 to 3 at Cooper Park, so kind of an all-day thing. Again, if you want to be a sponsor, if you want to register any of those things, call Angela, 870-508-1754, and you can participate in this great event coming our way. Also want to tell you, coming up April 26th and 27th, we have the Health Fair at Baxter Regional at the Community Center at the fairgrounds. So mark your calendars on that. We'd love to have you join us for that. We'll have more details out soon. And thank all of you for being here today. It's been great. I can't wait to register for this
Oh,
event.
good.
I'm
Thank you.
beyond excited.
We'll take your check now.
All right. Let me get my checkbook. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you.
Thanks, Tobias.
Thank you.